wish I was a priest so I could perform an exorcism on this game to make the events of the game reality, not a dream. Little Hope is the second installment in Supermassive Games' Dark Pictures anthology series after 2019's Man of Medan kick-started it. Little Hope is available on PS4, was released a year ago now in October 2020, which is perfect timing for Halloween that year, considering this is a horror-themed game, and tells the story taking place in the haunted town of Little Hope, the titular location where much of this game takes place in which hundreds of years ago settlers in the United States were obsessed with hunting witchcraft, and after a school bus crashes, three students, Andrew, Taylor, and Daniel, along with two teachers, Angela and John, must make their way through Little Hope, through the fog, to not only escape but also to unravel the mystery of who are the people in the past who look like they're identical clones, and what the heck is up with that ending. Until Dawn in 2015 did put Supermassive Games on the map. Ever since then, let's just say their games have really dipped in quality. Games that followed, like Rush of Blood, A Hidden Agenda, and even Man of Medan last year, I still find that game vastly underrated and playable for sure. But even that game just wasn't the same as Until Dawn, and because of the lack of interest in Man of Medan, many gamers had a little hope, guess it, for the second in the Dark Pictures anthology series, Little Hope. But while I wasn't as hyped for this game as I was Last of Us Part 2, still the best game of 2020, I was still curious to see whether Little Hope could top Man of Medan and be the first great Supermassive game since Until Dawn. Nope. I'm sorry, guys, but Little Hope is a crushing disappointment. This is the weakest Supermassive game to date, and this is probably gonna be my first ever more negative review for a game. It won't be a rant. I don't think I've ever done a rant for a video game thus far, but this game is below average. It's not a bad game, but not a great game either. It's really didn't do anything to convince me that this Dark Pictures anthology series is going to be worth our money going forward, because there are 6 more games planned in this series. It's going to be 8 games overall. You can count them all on two hands, and I do hope that House of Ashes, the third game in this series, which comes out next month, is a major step up from Little Hope, as that's the entire reason I'm reviewing Little Hope today, before I get to play House of Ashes next month. And while Little Hope does have some interesting aspects going for it. Like visually, it's looks as photorealistic as games can get. But that's the most predictable positive to reviewing video games ever nowadays. The visuals are always going to blow our minds, and Little Hope maybe Supermassive Game's most photorealistic game. I will give it that. And and uh, and Will Poulter, a rather iconic movie actor, in fact, who was in We're the Millers and, of course, played Eustace in Narnia: The Voyage of the Dawn Treader. He plays the protagonist, Andrew, on the front cover of the game, and he does an amazing job. In fact, the entire cast do an amazing job with their motion capture performance and voice acting. And Taylor would be my personal favorite character in this game. I just love how she was the only character in this group with a brain. She was right to want to wait by the bus, and I felt bad for her because none of the other characters were listening to her or taking her seriously, no matter what options you give her. And but but she uh, really stays likable and tough throughout the game. And I've heard people compare her to Emily, but I say fuck no. Emily is way more unlikable of a character, and. Uh, and Angela, she was all right, and at least though Angela and Taylor's relationship does start out as the lowest in the beginning of the game, you can at least get their relationship up if you make Angela agree to go with Taylor and Daniel. And Taylor towards the end of the game says Angela is one tough lady. Yeah, so I will give the game that. At least that was one decision that's actually had an impact. And in fact, all of the characters kind of grew on me the more I played it. The concept of this game does try and bring in more monsters than Man of Medan did. That was underwhelming that there weren't any actual monsters in that game. And the part where they go back in time to when this little girl is being accused of being a witch. It's entirely up to you whether you think the girl is guilty or you realise that the priest is the guilty one. So that was a decent climax to the game, and at least it does try a bit harder to replicate the horror vibes of Until Dawn, but my god, Little Hope is boring. Yep, I have I've seen PS4 updates load faster than the pacing of this game. It's an hour longer than Man of Medan, and you'd think that would work in the game's favour, but it doesn't, because the first 2 hours of this game, the first couple of levels, are nothing but a total timekeeper. It's just characters walking around bitching at one another and picking up clues, and and just nothing is happening. And there are no moments where you have to make a decision that gets your heart racing and your blood pumping. There is no shock value in these first two levels. I mean, uh, decision-making games need to be constant action, or the player will just want to turn the game off and come back to it. So when something does happen, that's I was so tempted to just take a break from the game after those first two levels and play and come back to it the next day after my nap, just to see if it was going to get more exciting. Thankfully, the second half of the game does get a little more action packed, but it takes way too long to get to the action and the fight scenes in this game. So yeah, there is not nearly enough action in Little Hope. And the gameplay feels too similar to Man of Medan, to the point where you think you're just playing Man of Medan number 2. Like when you make a decision, they kept the compass from Man of Medan, which has 3 options at the left, right, and the top. And I mean, they could have done something different with the making the decision part, and plus they have the creator again from Man of Medan and the rock death intro, and that's lame. They could have done a different version of the iconic "Oh Death" song, and yeah, and thank goodness that the last supermassive game to feature the creator will be House of Ashes, because yeah, supermassive games are realizing for for the next 5 games after that game, they needed to uh, make the formula more refreshing and different. And the opening prologue of Little Hope sucks. I mean, the opening and the ending both deserve a big old rant, because there is literally nothing you can do to change the opening or the ending. No, so it makes all of your decisions meaningless. Like, you can't save a single one of Andrew's family when the fire starts and kills off Andrew's entire family, leaving him the only survivor. Even when I made the smart decision to try and save Andrew's sister Tanya, I made her climb down the pipe, but she still fell and got hanged. So I was like, oh well, super massive games, you clearly still haven't taken notes from the opening scene of Detroit Become Human, the cream of the cream of decision making games. At least that game in that game you had the option to save a character. You could save Emma from Daniel in that game, but so in all the super massive games, you literally can't save any of the characters in the prologue. They die no matter what you do. Just stop doing that, super massive games. This is supposed to be a game where your decisions matter. Uh, uh, but worst of all about Little Hope is that fucking bullshit cop out twist ending, in which we discover that Andrew and his classmates and teachers exploring Little Hope was all a dream. That's right, folks. None of it was real or actually happened. It was all in Andrew's imagination. So, so you just feel like you wasted 4 hours of your time and went through all that for nothing, to save characters that don't even exist. Are you fucking kidding me, Supermassive Games? That ending was way too trippy and was one of the worst twist endings I have ever seen in any game, movie, or TV show. I mean, I thought the twist ending of SpongeBob the Main Drain was bad, when Patrick woke up and revealed that the story of the main drain was all a story SpongeBob was reading to him at bedtime. I thought that the ending of Doctor Who: The Curse of the Black Spot was bad, where we find out the siren was no threat and just a virtual nurse the entire time. But this ending managed to be even worse than those combined. And you can't even rescue, the uh, uh, doppelganger characters in the past that are being executed for witchcraft. No matter what you do, they die, and the monsters in the game, the zombie lady from the lake with spears in her, and the hanging ghost. Yeah, they didn't make me jump in the slightest. So on the scare meter, this game thinks it's far scarier than it is, and gets like a 2 out of 10 for scares. And they also bring back the thing where you needed to stand still and click the X button while hiding, like they did in Man of Medan. Only they made it even harder, which was frustrating. And if sometimes in this game, if you fail that, you actually get a character killed, whereas in Man of Medan, it was all right because the characters could still live even if you did fail them. So overall, Little Hope is a painfully mediocre decision-making game. The weakest decision-making game I've ever played in my life, and I really wanted to love this game. But if you want to check out this game, by all means do. I'm not stopping you, but just letting you know that this game has little to offer, pun intended. But fingers crossed, House of Ashes will be the best Dark Pictures anthology game yet. Yeah.
I give Little Hope 2 stars out of 5. Meh game.
Even my best bud admitted he was actually enjoying the game until the cop out ending. I just to let you guys know, I would have rated this game 3 stars had it not been for the ending. Well, I love you guys. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. And what are your thoughts on Little Hope? Are you with me in that it's the most disappointing decision-making game ever made? Even weaker than Man of Medan? Please comment and let me know. Please like this video and subscribe. Please follow on Twitter and on Instagram. And I'll see you all next time. And remember, movies are us. Bye, guys.